Ben Sebastian here, and welcome to episode 17 of the Sonic Symphonic podcast. Yes, it's been far too long, and for this I greatly apologise. I guess I just had a very busy December at work, and in my slave job, and I kind of got mixed up with a female member of the species that didn't particularly help me keep my eye on the ball, and all at the same time as my YouTube kind of review side of things just absolutely skyrocketed, something that I'm very thankful and grateful for, but it did mean that I didn't have the time to kind of go through the sort of the depths of the internet and find sort of decent picks for each month, let alone have the time to sort of put it all together. But there has been a change in my life scheduling. Things are all kind of worked out for better or for worse, and I'm back, and we're going to have more interviews, more episodes, and more episodes like this one. This one is going to be a slightly different format, but I'll talk about that after I re-listen to the first track from a band called Destroy the Planet, and this is what this episode is going to focus on. It's going to focus on this one band, this one album. It's going to be an album playthrough, and this is from their album, episode 1, Hungry for the Science. This is Twisted.
People of Earth, impending doom threatens our foreseeable future. Brace for immediate disintegration. The attack is imminent.
This world I take, it's not the way, it's not the way. I've got nothing on a piece of my hand, my ways been shifted, and this pain I bring upon myself, it doesn't indicate that I'm a twisted. Disease and hate spread like the plague. It's not the way, it's not the way. I've got nothing on a piece of my hand, my ways been shifted, and this pain I bring up on myself, it doesn't indicate that I'm a twisted. Shifted, and this pain I bring up on myself, it doesn't indicate that I'm a twisted. I'm twisted, I'm twisted, I'm twisted. I'm twisted. I'm twisted.
Well, there we go. What an introduction to an awesome sounding band. Okay, this is like hard rock, sort of pop metal. This band have been compared to Velvet, to Revolver, Monster Magnet, Faith No More, or sort of 90s era Megadeth. They say that their influences are rock, punk, and metal bands from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, from Sabbath and Misfits to Anthrax and Alice in Chains. Destroy the Planet are a three-piece band based out of Minneapolis, and Episode 1, Hungry for the Science, is the band's debut album, which showcases their ability to craft hard rock songs with interesting hooks, fast guitars, amid insane drums. Well, I think that's an more than adequate description. Some of that solo work really caught me by surprise. There's some fantastic bends and some fantastic sort of sounds. Very, very, very talented. And, if this is, how the rest of the album is going to sound, well, we're in for quite the ride this episode. And I hope you are enjoying it so far. So, okay. Get in the theme of kind of getting my podcast life back into control, with a suitably titled second track, Control.
Not that long ago, you had your hands on my throat, a child inches away from falling out alone. Got some plans to make, there's no time to waste. Just a few precious moments, nothing contemplate. And it's getting blurry, can't see what's coming.
man, the hooks in that are legendary. What a solo as well. I mean, the stuff this lead guitarist is capable of, it's so enjoyable. Look, I'm really already thanking Destroy the Planet for getting me back into the kind of driving seat of the podcast, and making this like sounding like the best rock show on earth. That's what a return to the podcast. Eagle-eyed viewers may well have spotted I'd not updated the track name there, and I kind of did it mid-song. Can't think of everything, so maybe not quite as much control as I would have hoped. But moving on, this record, this album, was expertly mixed and mastered by Minnesota metal producer Todd Fitzgerald, and features a spoken intro somewhere. Oh, if that's possibly the first. In the first track, by a former NFL player and current sports commentator, Pete, is it Bercich or Bercich? Maybe I'll put it in the comments. I'm apologising for bastardising someone's name in my inadequacy. But yes, positive reviews from this awesome sounding album. I mean, expertly mixed and mastered, yet absolutely the quality here is just top notch. We'll go more into some reviews and stuff that are online. We'll also go through social media presence and where to find them. And of course, I'll be leaving sort of links and stuff up below. But for now, we're going to move on to the third track, which is I Think I Should Know. I think I should have known how to pronounce that chap's surname.
Bye. Tables been turning round enough, and we've been sinking long enough. So far down, you'll forget to save me. Every time that I fall, and it's happening enough. I think I should know that I haven't changed as much as you think. What enough about me? The thing that you want me to be. Immune to your lies, you've been trying to feed me. It won't be that easy. Won't you bleed me, break me, cage me? So viciously crazy. Tables been turning round enough, and we've been sinking long enough. So far down, you'll forget to save me. Every time that I fall, and it's happening enough, I think I should
I think I should know, just proving that they can be toned down and melodic as much as they can be fast and aggressive and complex. Really beautiful, beautifully placed third track there, just to calm down after the first two. Now, the next track is going to be called Reach, and I just suspect this is going to be balls to the wall. I don't know. Let's see if I'm right. This is Reach.
Come a day, and you were in a sun. Must have picked it up along the way. And where's the good now? Where's the better version now you know? When things were even out, brace yourself overload. And I keep thinking all this time has been wasted. It's just beyond our reach from my fingers. Stop the taste till we swallow the lie. It's just beyond our reach from my fingers. A smiling face with something to hide. Couldn't last forever. You couldn't keep up with your own charade. I can tame every monster you I was trying to wish away. And it's too late now. We see the enemy return the page, and I'm more than another breakdown by the needle on the pressure gauge. With every minute that goes by, I'll start thinking it's just beyond our reach from my fingers. Stop the taste till we swallow the lie. It's just beyond our reach from my fingers. A smiling face with something to hide. When every monumental moment seems less precious, already know just where this road is gonna lead us. It's just beyond our reach from my fingers. Stop the taste till we swallow the lie. It's just beyond our reach from my fingers. A smiling face with something to hide. It's just beyond our reach from my fingers. Despite the taste till we swallow the lie. It's just beyond our reach from my fingers. A smiling face with something to hide.
Well, that was Reach. Not quite the balls to the wall that I had not very well predicted, but a pop anthem instead. You know, every time I'm going to say this again and again and again during this episode, I'm sure, but every time this lead guitarist picks up, it just puts a big smile on my face. This music is so good. You know, and I'm thinking, you know, when you see those scenes in films and people are driving in the car and it's sort of like, you know, that perfectly sort of styled sort of road trip rock music. Destroy the Planet have got this in an absolute spades. what an effort. I mean, there's nothing I'm finding at fault with at all during this album, and I say again, what a great experience this is. We're going to come on to the next track in a second, but you've probably gathered what I'm doing here. This is like an album walkthrough. So the idea was, well, kind of what happened was I started doing a couple of walkthroughs, just sort of me chilling here for those that you are watching and are not listening to the audio version on Podbean. Just kind of chilling here with my sort of energy drinks and cigarettes or vapes or occasional beer or something. Sometimes with my feet up, but not often, because this awesome music that I get kept sent into me keeps me sort of on my toes and bopping about. But I decided, okay, well, why not make this kind of format, a podcast episode, and it's a way of kind of keeping the podcast side of things alive. I apologize again, especially to my Podbean subscribers who have been bereft of material if they're non-watching on YouTube. But yes, we're back, and what an episode this is turning out to be. So right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the next track. So track 5 is called Maggots. Interesting title. I'm sure this is going to be quite the listen. And my brain, when looking at single titles, sometimes like such as this, it goes, well, what rhymes with maggots? I'm thinking, how is this going to come out of lyrically? And I did a little bit of a search on Rhyme Zone, which is sort of like my favourite sort of cheat kind of assistant when I'm writing. And Guar, who we all know, managed to rhyme maggots with maggots successfully in the 12 examples. Machine Head managed to get habit with maggots. I'm not convinced. Tech 9 went for the simply rabbits, with maggots. I'm not convinced. He also did habits with maggots as well. Someone, what it looks like by Currency, I'm assuming that's possibly another rapper, managed to rhyme baggage with maggots, and Aesop Rock managed to rhyme pallets with maggots. So it's a difficult one lyrically. Let's see what they did.
All you see is me.
If I heard correctly, perhaps a wise absence of the word maggots in the actual track, which, when looking at the rhyme zone, that's probably to be expected. Okay, a little bit more of a laid-back affair, but, still that classic rock sound. And again, your viewers will notice the big grin on my face when that guitarist picks up his lead part. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Still nothing that tires me out of the album. There is nothing that is the same track to track, it's. I still feel that there's much more brilliance to come, and that leads me on to the next track, which is called "The Worst." And thereafter, we're gonna have something a little bit different, especially if you're watching, because we're gonna chuck a video up. So, just before that, track 6, "The Worst."
Stitch the wounds, been putting it off. Yeah, we're locating the pieces, putting them in their places. Been taking time and we've been sorting it out. Yeah, we're not finding the moments or required components. We had a plan that's not entirely clear or concise. We never figured it out. What's the worst that can happen? We come back to life, just to taste pain, and ultimately I suffer. The worst that can happen, we're finally awake, without mistakes, or absolutely nothing. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing broken and in need of repair. Yeah, we're slowly escaping from this path we've been taking. We're out of focus and we lost our control. Yeah, we're taking the pieces, putting them in their places. We need a plan to break us from their captive device. We need to figure it out. What's the worst that can happen? We come back to life, just to taste pain, and ultimately I suffer. The worst that can happen, we're finally awake, without mistakes, or absolutely nothing. What's just to taste pain, and ultimately I suffer. Supposed to kill it happen, I find a way. Replay of mistakes, all absolutely nothing. Supposed to kill it happen. What's supposed to kill it happen? What's supposed to kill it happen?
Ah, the worst there. Wow. You know, as someone that spends a lot of my time listening to, you know, really, really like heavy kind of stuff that's just fast paced and crazy and gothic and dark and, you know, absolutely balls to the walls, death metal type stuff. You know, it's really nice actually to like, you know, sit down and listen to like a really nice sort of song. And you know, the caliber of the songwriting of this band is outstanding. This track kind of brought to mind so Guns N' Roses, definitely that sort of a 90s rock kind of vibe in there, perfectly executed. What a beautiful acoustic sort of tone and an acoustic sort of interlude into this album. Really, really impressed with that. That's again very anthemic and yeah, I could imagine picking up my acoustic guitar and playing that. It's such a good. That was such a good song. You know, catchy in all the right places, and yeah, it's an all round gem. This band are full of it. And so, as we move on through the album, we approach the 7th track, which is called Crawl. This one has a music video, so I'm going to disappear down here, bottom of the screen, and we're going to give that a watch. I think it's going to be fun to see the boys in action. Keen to watch that guitarist do his thing. So yeah, without further ado, for our viewing audience, this is track 7, Crawl. Okay, bit of an intro there for our audio. A woman walking into, what's that, a motel room? Here we go, here we go, here we go. That was excellent. I was not expecting that thrash interlude. That has been the icing on the cake, this album. Absolutely brilliant. Right, I'm going to do this live. Like, well, here and now, hit the subscribe button. This is their YouTube channel. Let's kind of have a nose. So plenty there to be looking at. There's the usual sort of stills here of all the tracks. There's quite a few music videos. I thoroughly enjoyed that video as well. Great to see the boys in action, particularly in that guitar solo as anticipated. But I do feel for the poor lady with the maggots crawling. Maggots. It's just because I've seen maggots there on the right of the screen. The cockroaches crawling on her skin. Interestingly, there's a scene there where she gets up out of the bed and her shadow kind of remains and does something different. I wonder how you achieved that. But yeah, just a side point. But yeah, a compelling watch and just a compelling listen. So right, that's their YouTube account. Definitely go and subscribe. I'll leave the links and stuff below. Right, and there we are, back we are to full screen bald man mode for those that are viewing. Yeah, on the subject of, this guitar-based band, it just so happens I've made myself a coffee. I don't know why I had to demonstrate with this coffee. But yeah, have you ever seen something like this? There we are, look. It's a teaspoon of a guitar with, and for our audio listeners, the kind of the curvature, there's the scoop of the spoon. Is the body of the guitar, and the handle is the arm. A little Christmas gift from a friend, and I use it every day, and I will never wish to lose it. What a cool trinket. Anyway, speaking of spoons lasting forever, this track is number 8 in the album, and it is called Time. Oh, yeah, absolutely awesome. Awesome track. Yeah, that's really, really catchy. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I can listen to that time and time again. Yes, I went there with that pun. Okay, so next up, we've got track 9. Then we're going to talk about some reviews and bits and pieces that I've seen online about Destroy the Planet. But for now, here's a track entitled Follow. And it's something that I suggest you do now if you haven't already. Links are below, and yeah, definitely follow them. I certainly have, and I can't wait to hear what they're kind of doing next beyond this album. But we've still got 3 tracks of Destroy the Planet goodness. If that ever was a phrase, Destroy the Planet goodness. But, excuse me, in the context of the band Destroy the Planet, all full of goodness. So here we go. Follow. The second sort of ballady style track on the album, and you know, it's I've spoken so much about the lead, about the guitaring, but you know, the vocal kind of range, aggression, style. You know, this is a exceedingly sort of polished, you know, of a vocal, and it kind of reminds me when he goes into ballad mode. It reminds me of like Guns N' Roses ballads for some reason. I suppose that's a good thing, because Guns N' Roses were absolutely sick back in the day. I grew up with that. Oh man, yeah. So Destroy the Planet have got it all, and when the guy gets aggressive, the singer gets aggressive, that works just as well. Look, I probably would imagine that these guys have been sort of at their music for quite some time. Just judging by how brilliant they all are in individual musicianship. I don't know quite how long the three of them have been working together, but it's this band. What a fusion! And this is kind of echoed in a couple of reviews. Links I'll post to below. They're quite comprehensive reviews. They're substantial in nature. One of them is from currentmusicthoughts.blogspot.com. God, that was almost a tongue twister. And it like the reviewer there, like myself, it's their first exposure to Destroy the Planet, and don't have a lot to compare it to. Well, yeah, I mean, what can you compare this to? There's so much. It is exactly as they kind of said, and I said in my opening, quoting them, that it's a blend of the 70s and 80s and 90s rock, all the best bits wrapped up into one. It's another positive review that comes from Broken8 Records. They received an 8.5 out of 10, and they say that it's a wonderfully original sound, and it's a bold debut, and one that earmarks the band as a sort of a fresh new sound that's destined to go on and destined to go far. And in the end, all we can say is roll on chapter 2. I certainly hope there is a chapter 2, and I certainly hope we don't have to wait too long for it. But so continuing on with chapter 1, this is the penultimate track, Enemy.
Such a long way when you're looking down. Seems so lonely, something's going on. Stand above me, you don't care at all. You try to shove me, ready to watch me fall. And how can I look past our things when I see it all? Since you've been spinning my heart, been choking on my tears. What have I become? The more I hide it, the more my world keeps coming down and down. Too undecided how to choose my fate, and this bad alliance seems more like something you created. How can I look past our things when I can't see it all? Since you've been spinning my heart, been choking on the tears.
That was a spicy track. That was Enemy, and yeah, okay, I did it again. I didn't update the little title on screen here, but okay, for some, my fault. Hey, but that was an awesome track. The lead in that, the chops and the changes. That's possibly my favourite one of the series in this album. And yes, why I've just typed out the track, I don't know, because I've actually played it. But there you go. That was Enemy, and yeah. The songwriting ability of this band is just immense. I know I've said it before, but that was something special. So, okay. Let's wrap this up, because we're gonna play the last track in a second. What haven't I mentioned? So, destroytheplanet.net. You can pick up some merch. There's links to sort of bookings and tour. All links to all the streaming services. There's a few links to some videos there. Destroy the Planet Episode 1 Hungry for the Science CD is available for $12, with $3 shipping, depending on where you are, I'd imagine. It looks like a very nice little package, a little digipack package. Original artwork with lyrics, always good. There's a bio in there, and there's some sneak peek in the studio stuff, some studio videos, all of which will probably be very entertaining watch. I could have included some of those in this video, actually, but there you go. And of course, some pictures of the boys in action, links to their Facebook, YouTube, and of course a sign-up email addressy thing. All very slick looking and polished, as you would expect from a band of this caliber. So we're going to go to the final track now, and this one is Headlights. And this is the last in what has been a fantastic journey. And again, I'm just so happy to be back in the podcast seat. Doing something a little bit special, and Destroy the Planet have absolutely enhanced my day. This couldn't have gone any better in my view. This is Headlights.
find myself remembering places I'd never even been before, and I can't feel my hands on my own face.
That, my friends, is the end of the album. Wow. I mean, as a listener, I've loved it. As a musician, I've enjoyed every nuance and every ounce of perfection that this band have to offer. And as a podcaster, I've thoroughly enjoyed presenting it. That was Destroy the Planet, episode 1. This has been the Sonic Symphonic Podcast, episode 17. Links to all the stuff I've discussed and featured about the band are below, and I'll see you next time.